Hey guys, and welcome back to G's Autos. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, it's been a little bit of time since I've done some work on the EB, and I'm just slowly working through all the little maintenance things here and there, all the little niggly things that just drive you nuts on a car. So this time around it was the odometer, which stopped many kilometers ago. So I'm in this video, it's just a walkthrough process of removing the gauge cluster, swapping out the odometer, and doing all that. So hopefully this video might help someone who's looking to do it themselves or going through the process now. So guys, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. If you'd like to see more episodes on the EB, please hit that subscribe button. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright guys, the first step in removing this gauge cluster is to remove the dress piece, surround, shroud, whatever you want to call it. That trim piece that sits in front of it. Now what's holding that in are 3 Phillips heads. There's one there, one in the center, and one over that far side you can see there. Now, don't take those 3 out and think it's going to slide out. There are 2 more hidden screws. Now, in that this switch assembly here, once you take that out, and once you take this one out, there are 2 on each side. There's a Phillips heads, 1 Phillips head each, pointing upwards that hold here and on the other side. So like I said, don't take those first 3 out and go to pull it out. You are going to snap those tabs. So this is one I've already removed the screw out of that. So I just need to go up in there, and there's a I'll undo those Phillips heads on each side. And probably a good tip is just to lower that steering column down, the steering wheel down. That will give you a bit more access that you need when you are removing the cluster. So let's move on to that now. All right, that's removed. Now, what's next? We've got a Phillips head there, Phillips head down there, and then there's one up there and one up there. So I'll remove those now, and then there'll be connectors on the back, which we'll take a look at once I get this sucker out. All right, when you go to remove the cluster, don't try and bring it this way. Take the top of it and tilt it down. Otherwise, you're going to run into these. See if you can see that. You're going to run into those there. I'm not getting a very good shot at that. Sorry about that. But yeah, just tilt it down and then maneuver it out from there. Now, when you're sliding this out, these 2 connectors here are very easy to remove. They're very soft connector. The buttons, very easy to remove. It's after you've removed it, slide it out on the Fairmont. You've got an extra long one there, but there's enough space to get it sitting out there on the floor, and then nice and easy to disconnect. Now that's removed, we've got full access. Alright guys, so I have already removed the cover, everything like that. So I'm just going to show you how all that is removed, so you can do it nice and properly without breaking anything. Okay, so I'm just going to bring over here, this is the main cover. Okay, now on the very back of the main cover, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. Okay, they're the ones that go in the back here. So if you see those, they need to be removed. Okay, now 5 of those, that's those ones there. Now I'll just take this piece out. That's the new one. Now I'm going to flip this over. Now just bear with me for a sec. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 long screws that need to come out. That's those ones there. They need to be removed as well. Now once you've removed those, that's right to remove the cover. Now when you're removing the cover, there's these 4 little clips. They're little spring type loaded clips. You need to press those down. Press them down and then they slide out. So make sure you've removed all those screws first, because if you miss any of those, good chance is you're going to break that. All right. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to flip this. Well, I've already flipped it over. So to remove the odometer assembly, that's the new one I've got. There is, let me see, well, 1, 2, and then down here you'll see 3 and 4, just hiding behind that wiring loom. So that's what you need to remove to get this out. Now, like I said, that's the new one. The old one's already been taken out. It's not working properly. The PCB has, where the plastic housing is, it's all snapped. So that one's no good. So I'm going to replace that now with the new one. Well, not new one, but a very low kilometre one, 117,000 Ks on this one. So look, I am taking a potluck and I'm just going to throw it in and assume that it's working. That's the chance I'm going to take, but I'm also going to disassemble this one, the old one, and show you where those cogs are inside there. So if I need to do a fix-up, I need to do a fix-up. That's a chance I'm taking. All right, guys, let's move on to the next step. Now, before we move on, I thought it would be best just to show you removing the plate, the speedo plate, and the or the cover and the needle. Now, in the center of this plate, you'll see just there, and on the other side, just there, there are two tiny little, put them there, two little tiny black screws holding that cover in. Now, to get that needle off, I've got a set of tools I use for plastic trims and things like that. It's just a fork, getting underneath it and just gently lifting it up, prying it off, and it just pops off. So that's how you do that. Now, I'm going to bolt this replacement one in, get all this back together, and throw it back in the car, and we'll take it for a spin and see if it works. Fingers crossed. Alright guys, great news. That was an absolute success. It really did work. And I went for a quick drive and put about 20 odd Ks on the clock, and everything works beautifully. So really happy with that. Okay, so here is the original module that was in the car. So what I'm going to do now is remove these two Phillips head screws and get access to those cogs inside. So let's do that now. Alright guys, well unfortunately, a bit of an anticlimax to this video. I took the two screws out on the side of the PCB and flipped it over, and no gears. The gears have already been removed. My brother has done that already, the broken gears, but it's no good anyway because this housing is also split and cracked and bits are falling off it. So sorry about that guys, I wanted to show you those cogs. But anyway, enough for now. Thank you so much for watching this video, and like, share, subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and I'll see you guys on the next one.